opportunity to work it.
Definitely. I think that is I think that's one of the things that maybe prevent people from taking responsibility, because if I can only work maybe one day this week and uncertain about working next week, there's no possibility there for me to try to get a shelter over my head, because I don't have that hope. But if I can get guaranteed, not necessarily full time, but say, okay, we're gonna give you 30 hours a week, 28 hours a week, 35 hours a week for X amount of months, then that would help me a whole lot, because that would give me some responsibility to say, okay, I've got to get up, I've got an opportunity to put a roof over my head, to live life as a man, instead of standing in a soup line, or waiting on bread, waiting on clothes, waiting on a handout all the time.
Exactly.
I think that's one of the key factors, if they can guarantee us something that we can look forward to.
If you were guaranteed, maybe not full-time work, but you were guaranteed a certain number of hours a week or a month or a year,
ma'am.
and you knew you had those.
Yes, ma'am.
And okay, and if you made, we were saying, you go back.
You said up to 12,000 a year. You basically saying what the government gives, quote unquote, gives people who are ACDF.
Yeah, it's
recipients.
called poverty level.
But they said you could actually make that 12 grand per year. You count on that 12 grand being what you earn.
Amen.
Okay. Would that have any effect on what you did, even if you decide to go to school and take up a class or another trade, or if you decide to go and learn a language, something like that?
Well, yeah, I think that would be a big step, because at least you begin to see the ray of hope. A lot of times when you're in living in the state that we live in, you can compare it to like darkness. And it's like a person that's been in a mine for a long time. You can only be exposed to so much light at one time, or it becomes harmful to you. I don't want a whole lot at one time, because that might do me more harm than what it was that I'm doing to myself now. But that would give me a ray of hope to say, okay, even if it was at the poverty level, I have the faith and the hope and belief that God says He'll bless the work of your hand. You see what I'm saying? And with that's a ray of hope for me. Everybody don't have faith, but that would do something for me, because some people have been out here so long, they don't want nobody to do nothing because they're comfortable where they're at.
What would you be? Would you be particular about the kind of work that you?
No. I mean, to me, it wouldn't, because I was raised that way. I'm in this situation because of things I've done, not because of what the country's done to me. So I take that responsibility. So it wouldn't matter to me where I started, because I don't have to finish there. You see what I'm saying? I may start the job of pushing a wheelbarrow, but you can rest for sure that if I stay on that job long enough, I'm going to be telling other people how to push those wheelbarrows. I'm not going to push that wheelbarrow long, but I'll push it,
So if you knew that you had 20 hours a week pushing the wheelbarrow, that'd be fine.
That would be fantastic for me.
That would be fantastic.
That would be fantastic, because that helps me bring my self-esteem back, because you'll never make it standing in a soup line, waiting for a handout. In other words, you're dependent. If these people are closed for the rest of the week, then where do I get my food from? Where do I get that takes away, a part of being a man.
Well, you know what they did beginning 50 years ago when they started